we do have our WASDA annual conference coming up, where the administration of this board will go to the WASDA conference there in Spokane. We'll set a work study up prior to that so we can schedule the sessions that we should attend. And as Ms. Sanders had mentioned, there's it'd be nice if some of us could attend some of the bond informational meeting events.
I'll be there on Thursday. There's a open house at Pleasant Valley from 5 to 7,
Yeah.
so I'll be there like 9 to 6.
Perfect.
I'll be there.
Any comments on the upcoming board events?
It doesn't have the full Excel sheet board events, so this is just in our packet. It just has the bond presentations, right?
Yep. So
And
I can send you the link to the drive document if you'd like.
thanks, man. It's just a different format that we're doing this board meeting.
Do you know when those classes are going to be available to look at?
They already are on
The sessions are available
Yeah,
to
the
look
sessions are available.
Okay.
The ones when we took the survey, but those are the actual.
Yeah, I did the survey on those sessions.
Yeah, those are the sessions they're going to present. They just don't know the rooms that they're going to be in.
Oh, it depends on how many people. Okay, I get it.
Yep.
I thought that was to determine which sessions they would
No.
hold. Okay.
Those sessions are all determined.
Okay.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is our citizens' comments. And we'd like to invite the citizens to come and speak to the board. As a reminder, we have a 3-minute time limit. And there are a few that have signed up. And I always like to apologize beforehand in case I pronounce their name incorrectly. First, we have Julie Schultz.
Easy.
Welcome. How are you this fine evening?
I am good, thank you. And yes, you pronounced my name correctly.
Good.
My name is Julie Schultz. And I have a very serious topic to talk to you all about tonight. My child is a student at the Battleground High School. We moved here last year in June 2015, and she started her junior year. Shortly after, she experienced bullying, non-stop bullying for a year. I called the school, I visited the school, and I kept getting told that it would be handled. But yet my daughter came home crying, withdrawing, and nothing was offered to us for help. We are now on our second police report. When I became very frustrated and lost, because as a parent you think that you should go to the school for help, I went public. And when I did, I was overwhelmed by the response I received from parents. Parents stated they have pulled their kids out of the school, started to homeschool them. They have pulled them entirely out of the district. Parents are still going through issues right now and have a lot of concerns with bullying. We have found that what is missing is a parent group. We are missing a parent group. And we have created a parent group. And in a public school system, no one should have to remove their child from a public school based off of fear, intimidation, and harassment and bullying. I have also attended other community discussions, and I have found that there's nothing out there for parents. What do parents ask? Do they even know the questions to ask? Where do they go for help? I was offered none. I also also have to say how disappointed I am, among other parents, for the response that we have received from the superintendent and the high school principal, Mr. Hamilton. I hope you, the school board, do not take that same position and instead choose to support the parent group. My voice matters, and it will not fall silent. I will continue to make a difference, and I will not be discouraged by anyone. I care about too much, and this is also my community. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Schultz. And as a parent myself, I do know that kids matter. And also, as a board member, I think I can speak on behalf of the other board members that we're in this position to see children succeed. Mr. Highway, do you have anything? Not at this time. Thank you. The next person we have is Sherry. And I'm not going to try to say your last name.
It's Sherry Quivisto.
Thank you. And how are you this evening?
I have acute spongitis. I'm not contagious, but I'm here because I care, so. How are you?
I'm doing very fine, thank you.
Good.
Sure.
Several times I came here to speak to you on an important yet sensitive topic, head lice. In front of you is the current procedure for Battleground School District regarding head lice. As you can see, it does not provide specific guidelines or steps in dealing with head lice. It indicates that the final authority rests with your principal. My question to you, is this really being enforced? I understand that children have a right to an education. However, there should be steps taken to ensure that all children are protected. The next 3 pages gives you an example of what a policy, procedure, and protocol steps may look like for Battleground School District. As a parent, it is my job to ensure my children are daily ready for school and ready to learn. I take my job as a parent very seriously, and I'm 100% committed to ensure my kids are responsible and respectful to teachers and staff. The teachers and administrative job is to ensure that all children are safe and protected while they are in your care. This means that when I drop my kids to your school at 9 o'clock and pick them up at 3:30 p.m., that I'm trusting you and giving you full responsibility to make sure my kids are receiving an adequate education as well as keeping them physically protected. I don't want to hear that you guys are too busy or too overloaded with kids to take care of our children. This also means that if you willingly know that another child has head lice, that you are doing everything possible to address this issue and not trying to be politically correct with your laid-back approach. Just remember, we all have to deal with the consequences if we choose to ignore issues at the school and not proactively engage with parents when problems arise. I am a part-time health and informatics management student at Clark College, and I'm happy to provide my services pro bono if needed, if you need to update a policy. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Highway, you have any responses?
We've talked about this before, and you have reviewed, each of you has had the opportunity to review the policy, and I would recommend that if one of the board members wanted to sponsor a conversation on an upcoming agenda, that you would ask that they do that. And if someone wants to do that, then you could entertain that opportunity to change the policy.
So, as Mr. Holloway has said, board policy is for the boards to revise and visit, and procedures are generally for the administration. So is there one of the board members that would like to sponsor this to come back at a future meeting or at the next meeting? So, hearing nobody, so move on. We're saying that our policy is as good as it stands. Thank you. The next person we have on the agenda signed up for citizens' comments is Maria Salazar. How are you?
Thank you.
Good.
Good evening. My name is Maria Salazar, and I am here on behalf of the new parent group called the Hate-Free Safe Zone, which Ms. Schultz talked about. My role here is as an advocate and facilitator in helping parents of the group to better understand their role as parents in their child's education. And the goal is to do some parent leadership training with them, but at the same time to talk about some of the issues that have been occurring in regards to what Ms. Schultz talked about with the bullying. Now, I was called in to come and help because I have a long history of helping in this community, 9 years. I lived here for about 2 years of that. For some of you do know me, when there was the community meetings when we were looking at selecting superintendent, I came here. I live in Richville. At the same time, we were going through that. So I've been very invested in looking and reviewing, the leadership here in the school district. My background is 23 years of being an advocate for families and parents. I was a national civil rights leader in this country, one of the largest civil rights organizations. I was also an advisor to the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights with a specialty in education, and you can look it up. There's some of the work that I've done that is in the federal, a lot of federal documents in regard to some research that we've done. So I have a very extensive background in education. My role here is to come here today because parents asked me to. There was a community meeting where the discussion came up about some of the bullying. And in that meeting, we were discussing about the role of the school resource officer. Parents were concerned about what the role was going to be, obviously. And in that conversation, there were other individuals, the Battleground High School principal, and other community members. One of the things that the parents asked was that, I help reach out to the superintendent and invite him to a conversation for them to talk to him about some of those issues and their interest in trying to form some kind of a group, not in any way to be adversarial, but to come together and say, hear me, listen to, how my child has been traumatized. Yes, we're going through all the process that is being asked of us, but, we want to come and figure out how, we can be a role in all of this, because as Ms. Schultz said, there really isn't anything here. So I did call and I did speak with Mr. Hodway and invited him to that, and he said that he declined that invitation. And so I did inform the parents of that, and so I am here on behalf of the parents to share that with you, and I hope that we will not have that problem with the school board. So we invite you all to, when we're having some of those meetings, to please come. One of the things that I'm going through is your policy on community relations, and it's interesting because part of it, for your Title I in your policy, it talks about parental involvement. So the policies are here that you guys have in place about parental involvement.
Ms. Salazar,
Yeah.
I don't want to take short
Sure.
time. What dates are those meetings?
Right now, we have just started up, and we are looking at having meetings once a month. So as soon as we get more definite dates, we're looking at probably on Saturday mornings, okay, I think it's from 10 to noon. And I think we started this Saturday, so it'll be in about 2 weeks. So I will be more than happy. We have your emails. I will be more than happy to forward those dates and times, and we welcome you to come.
Perfect.
Thank you.
And at this time, that's all that we have that's signed up. Is there anybody else wishing to address the board at this current time? It's your 3 minutes to tell us everything that is going good or not so good. Must all be good. So we'll move on to the next item on the agenda. And we do have one more citizens' comments at the end of the agenda. Next item on the agenda is our consent agenda. And we have the approval of our last board meeting minutes, the business operations report, the contract ratifications, personnel reports, and student travel, the approval of the Select Health contract, the approval of the contract with East 112. Is there any questions or?
I'll make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
There's a motion on the floor to approve the consent agenda. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Next item on the agenda, we have the resolution N16 from the study and survey.
Thank you. On February 23rd, 2015, the board approved a contract with LSW Architects for them to complete the study and survey process, and it's per OSPI guidelines. Our work session this evening, we walked through the study and survey with the board. The process included the following. It was the site plans and area analysis plans for each district site, and as Mr. Dolman explained, that was all put into the state's ICO system. Building system narratives, and then the building condition assessment of all facilities per OSPI's requirements and formats. The process has been completed. We discussed it at the work study session. The final step is acceptance of the study and survey by the school board as referenced by resolution N16. Once the board has approved the study and survey in this resolution, then we can apply to OSPI for funding towards or reimbursement towards this process.